G'day, welcome back to Daz's Random Stuff. I thought I would do an honest review on my MOTO MT800 2023 model, so it's only done about 2,000 Ks I think I've done on it. I've had it about 4 months. It is the 800-5, so they made 5 series of these, or 5 models of these. This one is the top of the range. It is the Explore. It is a great bike. It is an absolute beast. I don't know why you'd buy the lesser models. It's about $2,000 dearer for this model, but it's all about the technology on this thing. And bang for your buck is unbelievable. The BMWs, I think, started around 23,000 for an average model, not the top of the range. This thing was 16 grand, 16,400, 12 months rego, on the road right away. 16,400 as opposed to 23 for an average model. Then you've got to put all the stuff on top of it. So let's just have a walk around. I'll walk you through a couple of the things around the bike. Twin disc brake front end, 19-inch front wheel, spoked rims as well, which is pretty rare nowadays. As you can see on the BMW, they're the old El Cheapo rims on that one. So I've come off that, the 310, and jumped onto this thing and just love it. So yeah, spoked rims, all spoked rims there, your twin front discs, twin caliper pistons there on your brakes. 800cc, they tell me that is a KTM engine. So I'll leave that up to you to work that out. This is really cool, all these little bits and pieces. See, they're adjustable forward and backwards, that little, your gear lever, just things like that they've thought about. Comes with all that, comes with all the racks, comes with a centre stand. Try and get that on the BMWs, that's about $300 or $400 extra. Spoked rear wheel as well. Twin piston disc brake on the rear. Stainless exhaust. It's just got little bits and pieces that others don't have. So you've got your 4 crash bars fitted that come with the bike. Oh, look at that. Some dudes put that on there. That'd be me. Your spotties, your driving lights there. You've got an LED light bar there, which we'll show you a bit later. You've got your normal lights. Then you've got your high beams. They are the best lights, I tell you, that I've ever had. They're better than any of my cars. They are so good. Yeah, so crash bars, 4 crash bars right around. Your lights, as I said, adjustable windscreen, which is really cool. Height adjustable windscreen. These little things here, they're just plastic, like they're really sort of flimsy plastic, but I'm surprised how good they work. I wear summer gloves the other day. I was wearing summer gloves on this thing the other day, and those things just kept my hands way warmer at the front. The front of my fingers was incredible. I couldn't believe how well they worked. Just heading back down here, you've actually got a decent aluminium bash plate on this thing. You look over here, just as a comparison, this is your BMW. That's what you got on the BMW. A bit of plastic. So yeah, heaps better quality, you know. That'll take at least a bit of a whack, you know. You might get the occasional slide across the rock if you're lucky. So yeah, and just aesthetically, this thing looks good. That is a good looking bike. I just love the look of it. Looks like a bit of an eagle at the front. Just works well. You've got your step-up seats. You've got heated seats, so 3 settings, low, medium and high on the rider's seat. Hand grips are also heated. You've got 3 settings on those as well. But all this stuff comes with the bike, you know. And then I've got, which I haven't actually unboxed, so for 16,400, I've got this as well, so it's $1,000 worth of extras. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, so I think it's got headlight covers and radiator guard and these little covers for this and that. Like the dealer said, he said you probably wouldn't buy you know, half of the stuff, but if they're giving it to you for nothing, why not, eh? So yeah, it's just bloody great. I just put those wheel stickers on it. I think they look cool, you know. Just something different. Just whack a few wheel stickers around just to dress it up a bit, you know. And I put them on, obviously, KTM, and I put these little blue patches, little blue swatches, just to break the black up. But I love the matte black and the gloss black, and then you got your silver stickers there. I think it looks really cool. While I think of it, it has got, and I know I'm going to miss lots of things on this thing, don't worry about that. It has got ABS front and rear, obviously. It has got full traction control. And it's got, I think he said something like 6 riding modes on this thing. I've only ventured into 3 riding modes. I've got rain, which is fantastic. Rain mode just pulls everything down, so it just lessens the power, brings up the ABS and brings up the traction control. It's incredible. It's like a different bike, and you can just ride so safely in the rain. It's unbelievable. Then you've got sport mode, which is just sort of your average riding mode that you'd use every day. Then you've got off-road, which turns, I think it turns everything off, your ABS and your traction control, and gives you a bit of loving, you know. And you feel the difference. I'll show you as we go for a ride. The difference is incredible. So I know they had earlier issues with acceleration, throttling control on this thing, on these models, but they've sorted that out with this model, because I was riding along in sports mode, and I'd sort of in first gear and give it a bit of loving, give it a bit of acceleration, and it sort of just, but it was breaking down. I'm thinking, what's going on here? This is weird. But it was a traction control sensing that the front wheel was up off the ground and going slower than the back wheel. So it just cuts it all back down. So as soon as I put in off-road mode, whew, away she went. So that is all sorted out, which is a good thing. Another incredible feature of this bike, which is you just don't get on other bikes. So it has this radar system at the back here that senses if there's a car behind you or not. So if there's a car on your left-hand side, the side of the dash will actually light up in yellow, and if they're really close, it'll actually light up in red and beep at you that there's a car really close in your blind spot, so either side. So that radar senses either side, right behind the bike, so if there's a car this side or that side, will let you know on that side of the dash. And I'll tell you what, it saved me from some incidents, because you just know that there's someone there in your blind spot. Normally they're really hard to spot when they're there, so a brilliant idea, and same again, all comes standard with this bike. Also a really cool feature on this bike, which something with so much get up and boogie should always have, is if you look down there, there's a steering damper. Down in there, there's a steering damper, so that'll, you can see it down in there. That'll stop your tank slappers, you know. There it is, just there. Nice little steering damper. Great idea. Standard, this stuff. So you've got your twin waterproof USB plug in there on this side, and that side you've got your standard 12 volt outlet. It's just a great idea. Like I had to, on the BMW over there, I had to whack that on and put the GPS on and put all this stuff on. Another wee feature on this bike is fully adjustable front suspension. Fully adjustable, upside down. Don't know if that's good or not, they tend to leak sometimes compared to the normal ones. And semi-adjustable rear suspension. This thing just comes standard with it, so it's just awesome. The technology on this bike is just so amazing. So it's got, I use iPhone, and it's got CarPlay. It connects straight to the dash. So I'm going to show you all that now. We're going to jump onto this dash, and you will be amazed what this thing does. It's absolutely brilliant. Alrighty, so this is sitting on. Check this dash out. How good is that? That is just sexy as, isn't it? Just brilliant. So there you go. So this is how it starts up. So all the dash is controlled by here. So your functions, settings, and your left and right, and that's a speaker control. So when you connect your helmet's Bluetooth to that, you just talk through that and tell it what you want to do. It's unbelievable. So I'll confirm. So there's our maps. That's the map. That's the standard map that comes up on the dash. And I hope, there we go. So that is now connected to my phone. It's just absolutely amazing. So it's all touchscreen. That shows you, it's just got everything. It's unbelievable. So there's all my apps on there, and you just scroll through your podcast, your settings. This bike as well has got an app on your phone that tells you everything about the bike, what's going on, all the settings. So here is the app. That is the CF Moto Ride app, the MT800. That is my bike. So when you get the bike, you link it to the VIN number on the app. Inspection, so you check it. So it's checking for inspection. So there's all the systems, 100% score, so you're all good. It tells you everything. It shows you where the bike is. The bike's 23 meters away from me at the moment, so just incredible. There's your ride time. So a 10th of 23. We go backwards. So it tells you this is the first ride I went on. So it goes there. See, there's that ride. So we're done 86 Ks. Took an hour and 40 minutes. Maximum speed was 111. Which we're allowed to do here, 110k zones, of course. Rapid acceleration 26 times and rapid deceleration once. It's brilliant, isn't it? So you look through here, there's your rides. There's a bit of a long ride. We done that one there. So you scroll over to that. So 232 Ks, 3 hours, 18 times the acceleration. It tells you absolutely everything. Some things you don't want to know, of course. Your vehicle location, your geofence. You can whack a geofence on it, so you can tell if someone gets it out of there. It just tracks itself. It's absolutely fantastic. So getting over to here, also while we're there actually, so there's it's got tyre pressures. So you've got front wheel, rear wheel, your bar, your pressures there. And then, we'll just get rid of that. There's your Spotify again. You can scroll up. It's so cool. I love it. Yeah, sorry, your tyre pressures. And then you've got temperatures as well, tyre temperatures. That's your radar at the rear telling you that it's working. Your ABS is working there. Your traction control is working, an engine, because I haven't started it, of course. Lights are on at the front. What else can we do there? Your oil and all that, your engine start, just because I haven't got that switch on ready to start it. So there's your lights as well. That's your little spotties at the front of your driving lights, I think they call them. So check that light out. How cool does that look? I love that LED. And then once you start it, your lights come on automatically. And so there are your spotties down the bottom. But they're so good. They're the best lights I've got on any bike or car. And I've got a few bikes and a few cars. So getting back on. So it's all controlled from over here. So if we go over here and we just hold this down, you'll see the dashboard goes back to just your standard dashboard for the motorbike. Gives you your voltage here, Ks to empty, your tacho and your speedo, of course, and what gear you're in. Fantastic, your voltage, temperatures and all that sort of stuff. So then if we go back to that other screen, and if we hit this function button, you'll see that pops up all your other bits and pieces that you can do there. So your drive modes, you can go into your drive modes there. Your rain, your off-road plus, your off-road, your all-terrain plus. So they're all your 6 riding modes. It's absolutely fantastic. And you go backwards there, your brightness to do all your dash. Your grip heaters and your seat heating, which is all actually controlled from up here as well, which I'll show you. Your touch tone, which is all that stuff. Your car players on, your phone Wi-Fi. Now this is your volume for your music. That's your volume for your phone, and that's the volume for your navigation. So you can turn that up and down as you need it, which is really cool. So you can have different settings If your music's playing slightly in the background in your helmet, you can have that a bit higher. So you connect, you go to headsets and see you've got rider and passenger headsets. Now how cool is that? That is absolutely fantastic. So you can just connect one or both, so you can still talk to each other or both hear music, whatever you want to do. You just scroll through these, see your smart desktop, your adaptive, your shift reminder at 6,000 RPM, so that'll flash. It's just fantastic. Sees your media, voice recognition volumes, which when she come on, she was so bloody loud. And so you just go through all these settings, your language, we thought we might have it in English, and it's obviously metric, not imperial here in Australia. There's your storage available. It is such an amazing bike. It's got everything. It's a computer in itself. So getting back, so it's all controlled by this, so you don't have to be doing that as you're going. So we'll just get rid of that again. You hold that button down. And so as you're riding along, if you just hit that once, see up the top there, it comes up your driving mode, and it disappears pretty quick, and you just scroll across to hit your off-road or your sport. So it gives you 3 here essentially, but you can fine-tune it with your other settings that I showed you there earlier. So yeah, you can see just stop on off-road and it'll give you off-road mode, which is really cool. And you hit this a couple of times and it goes through all your brightness, your grip heaters. See, we'll turn, oh, engine stand not started, it's telling me. So you can do your grip heaters, and then you've got your seat heating there. Then you've got your drive mode, which is off-road. We'll actually change that back to sport, which I like. Yeah, your grip heaters, seat heating. So you've got your 3 settings there as well. And it'll tell me that the engine's not started, so it won't let me do it. So that's all easy. It's all controlled by this, so you don't have to hit your dash as you're driving along. A little bit of a feature I forgot to mention as well, of course, is up here. We flick that on, so that is your cruise control. So plus or minus, really basic control, plus or minus there. And that is your high, look at those lights, they're so good. That's your high beam switch, so flash and click it forward for your high beam, you see it there on the dash. So that is the only downside, I think, to this bike, is where that switch is, because you sort of put your gloves on and you're instantly hitting the high beams all the time and they're locking on. People are flashing me everywhere, what the hell's going on? And I look there and say, oh shit, the high beams are on, so always knocking that. So, but it is just such an awesome bike, it is absolutely magnificent. So yeah, there's your and you can go all to these, you go to your phone, Apple CarPlay phone, or you can go back to your music and just hit play, or your navigation. So that's the bikes one. That's the bike navigation. But when you go back to, actually, it's disconnected me Apple CarPlay. So you can go back to CarPlay, and there it is again. So you can go and use those maps or any of those functions, your music, your Easy Park, your books, your Google Maps. It's such a cool thing. Absolutely fantastic. So for $2,000 more, the technology is awesome. So I reckon there's not a lot left to tell you about the bike except that it's fucking awesome. And I reckon we go and take it for a rip. Let's go. We're out of the shed. You are now mounted on the front of my helmet. Let's take this thing for a rip. I love this dashboard. How good is that? Sensational. So I've got the phone here, just mounted on there, onto the dash. Get things happening. Tells you what's going on, your side stands down, all that sort of stuff, so happy days. Bring her to life. Alrighty, oh there you go, straight away. Remember I was talking before about flicking the high beam on, straight away. High beams are flicked on. Anyways, we're all good. So we'll just take her to, just your main normal screen without any functions or features. So your tyre pressures will all pop up and the ABS will go off and the traction control will show you that it's working. So we are in sports mode, which is the mode that I always use when I'm just riding around the place. And away we go. It's got heaps of punch, this bike. It's got absolutely heaps of punch. Get up and boogie, I tell you. And it's also something I forgot to mention. It is a quick shifter as well. So you don't need any clutch to change gears, and you just hold your accelerator and just keep changing gears. It's amazing. And when you step down, when you actually step down, go down through the gears, you just kick it down, no clutch, just incredible. And it's really, really smooth, it's really usable. There's no jerky action. I'm sort of old-fashioned, I just use my clutch all the time, except taking it down through the gears. It's really nice just to get up a little bit of speed and then just kick it down through the gears. I just pulled over because there's a car right up my bum. So I'll show you the sports mode, acceleration wise. When you really give it to it, it just cuts things off. See, it just won't let you pick up the front wheel. It won't let you pick up the front wheel at all. In sports mode, it just senses something's going on and it just won't let you do it. So if we kick it down, it's got some wicked acceleration, and that's in sports mode, so it's fairly tame, even though it says sport, but it's still really tame because of the ABS. So you're seeing on the dashboard how it all lit up then, so that's your shift changer, your shift warning. And I'll try and show you this other feature on the dash. When there's a car beside you, we'll go on a dual lane highway up here in a minute and show you when there's a car beside you, how it lights up. It's incredible. So if we go over here, hit function, you'll see on the dash, we'll just, oh yeah, I forgot about that feature. You've got to be under 30 k's an hour to be able to change any of the functions. So if we hit, we're under 30 now, obviously we might as well stop. Whacker in neutral. So if we hit the function key over there and then scroll across to off-road, and that'll just stay in off-road now, as you can see, off-road. So that's turned off all the traction control and the ABS, as if you're riding on the dirt, which is a fantastic feature because, mate, I'm one of those dudes that loves to just rip into a corner and lock the back brake up and slide in and accelerate out. But you can't do that when you've got traction control and ABS, so I love the fact that you can turn this on and off. We are now in off-road mode. I'll show you the difference in acceleration compared to the sports mode. It just picks up the wheel straight away, and that's not touching the clutch, not fanning the clutch or anything, that's just acceleration, pure acceleration. It just picks up the front wheel instantly. So there's the difference between the traction control and turning it off. Such a great feature. I love that feature because we all love a good wheel stand here and there. My hands are getting a bit chilly, so we'll just flick over here, hit the function button twice, and turn on the grip heaters, as you can see on the dash there. So that function allows you to operate while you're riding, which is good, but most of the others don't. And we'll turn the seat heating up to middle as well. within about 30 seconds. The grips are warm, the seat's warm. It is absolutely awesome. You can see down here now all your temperatures and your voltmeter and your tyre pressures and your tyre temperatures. Distance to empty and your seat heating and your grip heating. She's got the lot, mate. She's a beauty. We'll just flicker on the cruise control. See in the middle there, your cruise comes up. You just hold your button down. That locks it on to 80, whatever you want to do. You can scroll up or down through there. There you go, mate. Just cruising along. Look, no hands. How good's that? I'll show you this mode on the side of the dash where you pull up, or a car sneaks up behind you and is in your blind spot. So if they come up beside you, the side of the dash goes yellow, and if they're too close it goes red and buzzes at you, like it says just be careful. So I'll go and pull up next to someone and see if we can show you that feature. So here we go. I'll try and sneak up next to this dude. There it is. So as we went past him, it lights up in yellow. Now he's gone behind us. It's gone. So really, really good feature. So automatic blinkers as well. They turn off as you go around the corner, which is handy because everyone forgets it. I haven't done a lot of off-road on this bike, but it just seems really stable because it's such a heavy bike as opposed to the 310. It just seems really stable, really sits on the road really well, really stable on the dirt. I love the standing up position. All in all, she's a nice piece of machinery. It's a good looking bike. Look at that for a backdrop. Beautiful. Middle of nowhere. That's in sports mode and we're on the gravel. I'll just show you the traction control. ABS. See, that just jolts, won't let you lock them up. So traction control, when we accelerate on the dirt, it just won't let you spin the wheels. It's a really good thing. So you see we had a fair bit of power there still in sport mode. If we go to rain mode, and you see the off-road mode, like that's just awesome. So now it's in rain mode, you can see there. So you picture we got really wet roads, you know. Watch when I floor it. It just cuts the power so much. It's such a good thing. I mean, you're not going to do that in the rain anyway, unless you want to line them up. But hope you're enjoying the little review on the CF Moto. I would really appreciate it if you could just slam that subscribe button for me. There'll be heaps of these videos, so come along and enjoy. There we go. Make sure the hair's alright. Hope you've enjoyed that video on the CF Moto. It is a fantastic bike. Absolutely fantastic. It's got everything that you want on an adventure bike. Heaps of grunt, magnificent price, all the safety features, all the technology you're going to need. And it's a bloody great looking bike. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. There'll be heaps more stuff coming up on the CF Moto. Oh, KDM. You work that one out. I'll see you next time.